What's good, y'all? What's the numbers TV? It's your boy Paul Rowe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already, and like a video if you appreciate the content that Paul Rowe on What's the Numbers is I providing. Today we're talking about Mario Slim Dunkin Hamilton, a rapper out of Atlanta that used to run with Waka Flocka, Gucci Mane, and the whole Brick Squad. We're going to talk about his death that occurred on December 16th of 2011, and the trial and the sentencing that followed. So, from what we know about that day, is that Dunkin was at Star Status Studios on the southeast side of Atlanta, recording music for his album, his mixtape, and also Gucci Mane had a video shoot that day at that same location. So the whole Brick Squad was there that day, conducting music business. So what came out is that eventually sometime throughout that day, he got into a verbal dispute with a guy by the name of Vincent Hardiman, aka Young Vito. The verbal dispute escalated and led into a physical altercation where them two was fighting. Eventually they get separated to where reports is that Hardiman pointed a gun at Slim Dunkin and shot him one time in the stomach. His friends rushed Dunkin to the hospital, Grady Hospital in Atlanta, where he ended up dying from his wound. So now the police, being that nobody called 911 from the studio, the police responded to the hospital when they found they had a gunshot victim. So it took them a while to finally realize where the whole shooting started at. So they make their way to the studio. By that time, the 30 people that was there for the video shoot are gone. So they don't really know which way to start, where to start. They pretty much lost for the days to the 16th and the days following. But on December 22nd, a judge issues a warrant for Hardiman's arrest for the murder of Slim Dunkin. And on December 26th, he turns himself in. So, you know how it takes with the whole trial. It takes about a year and a half for the trial to start. But in February 2013, the trial and verdict end up happening. Now, Young Vito takes the stand and he says that he's seen Dunkin with a gun. Dunkin's a big 6'8" guy. Dunkin was charging back at him after they fought, and his friends was like, holding him. Slim Dunkin's friends was holding Hardiman while Dunkin was hitting him and all that. This is what he testified at trial. And eventually he pointed a gun and shot him one time in the stomach because he was scared when he was charging back at him. And he shot him one time and he ended up dying, but it was self-defense basically. So, the verdict ends up coming down. He ends up getting acquitted for the murder and felony murder. But he does get convicted of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and possession of a handgun during the commission of a felony. So, sentencing comes, he gets sentenced to 25 years, but it's a lot of uproar by his family and his supporters because he did have a lot of support. So did Slim Dunkin, but Hardiman had a lot of support as far as the character witnesses, family showing up every day, different things. His YouTube support online, and he had a lot of support also. So there's a lot of uproar when he gets 25 years from his supporters. So a little while after, there's like a report that a judge signs off on a new trial as far as like how can he get convicted of possession of a handgun and aggravated assault, but be acquitted of the murder and the felony murder. I'm saying that they basically go hand in hand. So, but then I seen a report after that the judge ended up rescinding that and left it how it was, saying he wasn't approving a new trial. So I was just what was the verdict as far as like what was the outcome of everything. So I said, let me do a little further digging, do some more research. So I went online to see how long Hardiman has got in jail, or if he's even in jail. And he is in jail. He's serving 5 years on the possession charge and 10 years on the aggravated assault. His max release date is 12/24/26. So that means he got arrested in 2011, 2026. So that's 15 years. So that's down 10 years from the 25. It's like he's doing 15 years with a max release date of 2026. I don't know if parole and all that, if he could be out sooner. But the max release date is 2026. So he's currently locked up for the death of Slim Dunkin. And he's currently serving time for that right now as we speak at the moment. So that's what we got right now. Slim Dunkin. Remember, he used to be out there. If y'all want to check him out, he got a classic freestyle. He's up there with D-Boy Low, D-Boy DeRozan, who ends up being DeRozan. He ends up being DeRozan, who has that song, I Got It the Harder Way, with Birdman and all that. He ended up got a freestyle from back in the day with them, running with Waka back in the day. So this is a quick video I did real quick at What's the Numbers TV, man. Get some more footage out there, some more content, so people can see as far as different things. If y'all want to know anything about anybody else, let me know in the comments. We finally passed that 10K, man. I appreciate all y'all. And just, subscribe to the channel. I'll be back before you know it. Peace.